We haven't had a
It's been a
session
whole
yet.
year since our last session, but no, seriously though, it's actually I think it's been a month. It has actually been a month. Hey,
Yeah,
fuck. Well,
shit went down.
you have to Elroy. You have to show me how you do these gifts in your thing. They're amazing.
Oh, those things. Yeah, just a second. I'll link it to the Discord.
You have to show me at some point. Right. Last time you guys had left off, each of you had just arrived on the island of Nathrai from whatever destination you came from. Some of you were already there. But together, you find yourselves in search of a job. The kind of mercenary works that pays well, but usually ends up with a number of dead bodies. Hopefully, though, this time is going to be different. As you managed to find yourself getting a job from an employer who promised that this job had a mostly high survival rate. She believed that there was very little chance of any of you dying, as far as she thought. This employer was a lady, Sumati, Lady Sumati, who you didn't see, but you talked to her aide, who told you that you were going to have to be going to the local village of Shirkush, which was not on the map, on any other maps you've seen apart from the map she's given you, and according to everyone else who looks at your map, doesn't exist, which is quite bizarre for all of you. You, however, did manage to get into, after finding rather poor accommodation that Harry managed to lead you guys to, you got into a bit of a gang fight, and at the end of the gang fight, you left the city heading towards your destination. On the road, you ran into several Nathrai locals who had been apprehended by company soldiers and were being currently questioned as to the death of a company patrol. As you guys arrived, it seemed like the company officer had made the decision that all three, as there was no evidence that they had not done it and they were the closest people there, all three were going to be killed. It was at this point that you guys intervened and started talking to them, and it's quite bizarre as all three of them seem to... Well, one of them seems to say that they did do it, one of them says that they didn't do it, and the other one hasn't spoken a word. You dragged the one who said that she didn't do it to the side and started speaking to her, at which point she said, "Please, please, leave me alone. He'll kill me," looking back at the man who claimed that they did do it. And it was at that point that he looked up and smiled, and that's where we left off. Anyone want to add anything to that I've missed out, maybe?
I would just like to recharacterize our accommodation as responsibly financed and with local entertainment.
Something like that.
It was a very authentic experience. None of the tourist stuff, you know. True local hospitality.
All right.
Oh.
All right, love. You're worried about him killing you, but either he'll kill you, or the man with the soldiers will kill you, or frankly, if this goes on any longer, I'll kill you. So,
Give me an intimidation check.
Hear me in the background. Aren't you a sweet talker?
You say this, and her eyes sort of go wide, and she looks from you to him and to the soldiers and back again. She looks back at you and she goes, "You cannot do what he can do."
you'd be surprised. What can he do?
Sounds like a challenge.
You get the feeling that she's intimidated by you, but she is much more intimidated by the other guy. And as you say this, she just sort of closes up and looks down. She goes, "Please, I didn't do it, please."
Alright then. I just... I tried to just look at her and try to see any reactions when I say, like, Did any one of you do it?
You said you look at the other ones.
I just look at her reactions. Like any
Give
kind
me
of
an
flinch.
insight check as you say that.
All right. Oh damn. There you are. Didn't have my sheet open.
You look into her face. She's quite young, younger than you thought she was, and her emotions are kind of plastered all over her face as you say this, and she kind of looks back and forth between the people, and you get a strong feeling that she's worried. But you when you say, "Did any of you kill them?" She doesn't seem to respond to that. She doesn't seem to, and from what you saw, looking at the bodies with your nature checks, you saw that most of these bodies were either killed with arrows or with what looked like tusk marks.
Right.
With your really high nature check. You also saw a trail of what looked like hoof marks going up into the north.
You know what? I think people around here need a little refresher course on the pecking order. And I'm gonna look at the arrogant one, the one that looks like he's, essentially a psycho.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say to him, grovel.
Oh damn, that's a lot of text.
Oh yeah, he has to make a wisdom saving throw, otherwise he has to grovel.
You look at him and you say, grovel. And he looks up and smiles at you and goes, never.
Oh fuck, I guess we will have to kill him.
Alright. How about you slow down a little bit? Try to solve the mystery, not make a calling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we kind of already postponed their death by what, two days or something like that, so we can investigate this thing. We can't just kill him 5 minutes later.
Well, let's gather what we actually know till now. We obviously know that they're trying to protect someone. Look
Yeah.
at the hoof marks or something. The question is, why? And why are they being so, well... Yes, that is the question actually.
Yeah,
Why?
whoever it is, it's obviously more intimidating than you or these other soldiers here, so... Yeah, I don't really know.
Can I please go, please?
That's not up to us.
As you say this, one of the soldiers has come marching over, and he goes, "Have you finished with her?"
We have.
He grabs her by the collar and starts dragging her back to the group and throws her in line with the other person. And as she slides sort of on the ground by the feet of the Smiling Man looks down at her and goes, "Get up. We will not die on our knees." And she crawls up to a new position and she's just crying now.
That looks like a troublesome fella. Well, any ideas?
Guess we follow the trails north.
Yeah, I guess she was the only one that could have talked, and she didn't, so I don't know. I doubt we can get anything. Maybe out of the other younger kid, but the middle one won't talk.
A traitor. A couple of northern scum. A company man. And a half-breed. You're as disgusting as them, aren't you?
Quite the mouth on that one. I'm almost regretting saving his life for another 2 days.
You don't make many friends, do you? Like,
He,
how's the... sorry.
Oh yeah. What do you say?
I was just going to ask, how does the other man that looks like a brother of that girl I thought we questioned?
You look at him now, and the whole time he's just had his hands together and he's just mumbling something under his breath.
Mumbling.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of fear or...
Insight.
I
Okay.
tried to hear it, but I obviously didn't.
Tregobor, you look over and you can see there's definitely fear there, but there's also sort of a level of faith, and you can see he's mumbling in Natharai. That's the only thing you managed to notice. Which I don't know. But it's very quiet.
Praying to whichever one of 1,000 gods he worships.
Think we're going to get any information out of these three? Well,
We could try with the other kid, but that's pretty much it. I think, like I said, we won't get anything out of them. We could try with the kid.
Do you sleep well at night, traitor?
sleep well enough.
Well
Talking
enough.
to me.
He's talking to all of you, but he at the beginning you sense that he was looking at Harry when he says it, and then he looks over at you and he goes, I imagine you sleep on a bed of bodies. All of your victims, eh?
I
So,
just don't like the not in this guy.
Victims is a weird way to say opponents.
Harry's just gonna walk past him and, with permission, take the boy and just look over his shoulder and go, "You're not even worth my attention."
You want to kill me, don't you, traitor? Like I killed these men.
I don't care enough about you.
Oh, but
There's
you
nothing.
do. You do want to kill me, don't you? You tried your little pathetic magic on me and it doesn't work. Go on then.
Whatever,
That's a
he's just
guy.
goading you. Ignore the guy.
I've been threatened by much more impressive people than you.
Can I go to punch him?
Give me an attack roll.
Alright, just a second.
Man, we're making all friends today.
Just a strength roll, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to yeah. That's a
Just
strength.
straight. Yeah, you. It's just one. So 1 plus your strength modifier, which is what's your strength? 3. You deal him 4 points of damage as you just clock him in the jaw. There's a cracking noise as his jaw sinks to the side, and he goes, "Ow!"
What, you said you wanted it? I was just simply giving what you asked.
He looks up and
You
he
said you
goes,
gave it.
"You call that a hit? Kill me, fuck's sake!"
What's the point in that? I've already established dominance.
Why are you so keen on losing your life already, lad?
He looks over to you and he goes, "If there's one thing that still has meaning on this godforsaken rock, it's death. Beautiful, glorious death." The girl starts weeping. She goes, "I killed these men because I could, because I wanted to send a message. And now, by killing me, you will."
Whose message are you carrying?
A message of vengeance.
So vigilante then. Alright then. Well, seems like I have a mystery to solve. And you're going to question that boy now?
Yep. So I'm bringing the boy over.
Oh, you bring the boy over?
Yep.
he's the captain sort of lets you bring him over, but as you do, he sort of lets out a scoff of like, "I'm running out of time for this." But as you bring the boy over, he just, as you grab him, he just starts mumbling a bit louder, and you place him on the ground beside, and he's just there going,
I'll speak to him in Nathrai. Alright, calm down. What happened here?
He looks up at you, and then goes straight back to praying again. Give me a persuasion check. It's like talking to a blank wall. He's just... Etala, guide my hand, protect my spirit, let me get to the other side safely. And he just keeps talking to himself.
Well,
We have one liar and two that won't speak. Great.
Pretty much, yeah.
this will make the worst court case ever.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe we should just try with the tracks, and if that doesn't work, we should just go on with our own quest. We can't help everyone in the end.
Worst comes to worst, we come back, deal with the guy who obviously has a death wish, and then maybe the woman will talk.
Send a message of vengeance. You think there's a rebellion of some sort?
I mean, there probably is.
There's literally rebellion
Isn't
to the
there?
north of us. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know much about this land, but that was sort of the news I got.
How long did these... did the officer ever mention how many times they got attacked, or like how long have these attacks been going on?
No, he hasn't mentioned any of that. He said that his troops stumbled upon the dead bodies with these three were close by. The usual, so that it's this sort of similar company justice. Grab the closest people and make them pay for the crime, and use it to send a message.
Okay then. Well, can I ask the officer, like, how many times has this actually occurred? Have there been any other incidents?
You get closer to the officer, who, as you get closer, the man is sneering at him and going like, "Did you know that one?" He gestures to the head on the pike and goes, "Oh, I particularly enjoyed killing that one. His head just came off with a... It was beautiful." And the captain's just like, "You disgust me." And as you get closer, he looks over and you ask him your question. He goes, "Well, from what I know, not many. We have recently had maybe a few attacks, but the majority of attacks have been to the north. Small upstarts are a possibility, but with the army gone, we cannot do much about most of them.
Okay.
Most of the
just a
troops are being
just a
recalled.
recollection. Which way have we went from the city?
You went northwest.
West. So northwest.
No, so
North.
northeast. Sorry, northeast. Sorry.
Oh, northeast. Okay.
Wonderful.
Alright.
I get to sink my blade with blood.
What did you say?
I said, wonderful. We're going right into the hive's nest.
Yeah, the village you're going to is right on the edge of where the rebellion is happening. The territory owned by the rebellion at the moment.
Let's foray
That's
a little
useful
to the
then,
north.
yeah.
Follow the tracks. See if there's anything immediately obvious. If not, it's not our problem.
I agree.
And since it's in the general direction that we're going, we might even bump into the problem again. So whatever. If we ignore it now, it might happen later again. So who knows? Like I said, we can't save everyone, especially people that don't want help like that. Fuck all. Yeah.
So you're going north?
Yeah,
Yep.
following the tracks.
Okay. Can whoever's leading the group, following the tracks, can you give me a survival check? And as you start to leave, you hear the voice of the man on the ground as he just goes, "There's nothing you can find there isn't here."
Just gag him.
as you hear his mindless shouts switching between Nathrai and Common, shouting out at you as you guys leave him behind, and eventually he is gagged.
Well, whoever is the boss of those killers, they're definitely afraid of him. That's for sure.
Alright, anybody wants to lead the way?
I'm kind of shit at following tracks. not one of my best skills. I mean, I can try, but
If only we had a wisdom character who was proficient in being outdoorsy.
Alright.
That would be interesting. Yeah, Prune
alright,
can
lead-
help. I can roll for Prune if you want.
If only she could also set things on fire. That also.
Yes, roll for Prue, please.
I will roll for
It
Prue.
would make sense for her to lead.
Prune is gonna stand in front and go, I can lead, I guess, because I know that kind of stuff.
What happened to your voice? It's changed.
I'm sounding very manly at the moment. I've got a bit of a cold.
You
And
put
she's,
hits in all the right places, huh?
she is going to survival because she's got survival.
Better than I would have rolled.
Right. So, you watch as Prune sort of crouches down beside the hoof marks. The ground starts following them. There are two-toed sort of ungulate hoof marks that go in this curving pattern, and very soon Prune starts to pick up also the slight press of what look like boot marks that were a little bit further away, hanging in the bushes. And as she sort of leads you over to a spot which she points out, she goes, "Someone stood here, put their stance sideways, and stood for several minutes. And then they moved."
Like, the tracks are like pointing.
yeah, the tracks fresh or how old do they
Give
seem?
me quite fresh. So she seems to tell you that they are within the last day. Probably they were day before.
Wait, so like the tracks were like facing each other, or they were like?
They're facing the road. Looks like whoever came here, a number of the human boots moved into the bushes, made a stance, stayed in that position for some time, and the hoof-marked creature moved forwards, whilst the rest stayed behind, and then came back. The humans did not move forward.
Someone's got a monster on a leash.
You
Yeah,
also see, she's very lucky to see it, but she finds what looks like a paw mark in the ground as well. She's not able to identify what creature it has come from, but there is a large paw mark on the ground.
Maybe our friend down there was involved.
Or he definitely knows who was, if not.
Still, let's follow these tracks now.
Prune starts leading you north, following the winding path of the tracks, occasionally losing it, but managing to get back on track again, as it does take a good while. The hours pass by, and you have your hardest part as you run into a running stream where the tracks disappear, and then the other side of the stream, the tracks come back much more firm and visual now. It seems like they were trying to be stealthy before, and now as they've crossed this stream, they've relaxed. You are following them for another hour and a half, as the day is dipping now to the latter part of the day. When Prune sort of draws to a stop, and I need everyone to give me perception checks.
Oh boy. That beautiful 0.
It's a perfect round figure.
Hattie, you do not notice the sound of
Anything.
voices in the distance. And Elroy, you do. you hear very subtle, what sounds like conversation, and a man going, Toffee, no, down. You be good boy, good boy.
Okay, I'll motion to everyone to hide behind bushes or something, and I'll send my owl to.
You motion that to
Fly
everyone. Harry doesn't see you.
Yeah.
You started walking forwards, and you see to your horror that Harry is opening his mouth, about to sing.
I bump him. I bump him on the shoulder. Shh, shh, shh. Shush, shush.
What?
I hear something. I'll send my owl to check it out. Just be quiet for now.
Are you stealthing?
And
Pretty sure there's no one around here, but okay.
If you're stealthing, go stealth with Harry on disadvantage, please.
What is stealth? Yeah.
Toast that once, boy.
So as you tap Harry on the back, Harry turns around and goes, "What?" And he goes, "What? What? What?" Echoes out.
Look,
And in the
I
distance
told
you
you
hear-
there's nobody here.
In the distance you hear, "Who's there?" And you hear of a bow being drawn.
Just a son of Nathrai.
What is it, Carcass? He says, "A son of Nathrai. Step out, whoever you are."
And he'll step out.
With the rest of you guys still in the undergrowth, Harry, you step out, and he goes, "I heard more than one in there. There was rustling."
okay, I'll step out too.
You two step out, and you see what looks like a very well hidden, sort of rocky. There's a rocky outcrop, and with just in the side of it, there's a very well hidden entrance to what looks like a cave. And standing outside the cave with the fire burning, there are several men, all of them Nathrai locals, all of them with short bows, not the famous Nathrai longbows that are much more effective. These are sort of roughly made short bows. The head of them, young guy, 18, 19, has his bow drawn, is pointing at you, and by his side are two rather large creatures, somewhere between a dog and a hyena. They have mottled black stripes that run down their body, almost like a tiger. And as they start barking at you now, you see that they go, "Roar, roar, roar," and you see their teeth are flicking out, almost like a viper's teeth, and then back in again as they bark.
My echo steps out. I remain hidden. My echo comes out.
No need to get upset. We're just here avoiding company patrols. They're going crazy down south.
Give me a deception check, please.
I cannot roll today. That's a 2.
You say this, and the guy looks at you and he goes, "What do you mean, company patrols? Who are you?" And the other guy steps close and whispers, "You should not leave them alive."
Look,
Okay, I'll say only this. Listen, we don't have to go through all of this. We're almost at a point of attacking, and you are as well. Listen, there's some innocent people back there that are obviously gonna get killed because you killed some other people. We're not involved in any of this, so you go on, save your countrymen, and let us pass through, and we can just forget about each other. We're on some other business here.
As you say this, he looks over you, Elroy, and then looks to you, Harry, and he goes, "What is the dwarf saying? They know where we are. Kill them, quick!" And he's going to draw back his bow, and he's going to release his first arrow at you, Harry.
So pointless.
So he's going to release one. That just did not go well.
They obviously don't want to save their countrymen. Shitty rebellion, what can I say?
And that's a natural 20. Harry, you take 13 points of damage as an arrow slams into your chest, biting through your armor and digging in. he's immediately going to start redrawing an arrow, and I need everyone to roll initiative checks, please.
Are me and Zoltan still under stealth?
You are still technically in stealth, yes.
Alright.
I'm technically in stealth.
Oh, is that's left over from last time? Wait, don't roll initiative until I delete all this. Yeah, there we go.
Been a while. I need to read up what can I even do it. I kind of forgot.
Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Fuck, they did not roll well.
Don't worry, man. We will roll even worse.
You did roll your Fuck, okay, there we go.
I haven't rolled yet. Give me a moment.
Is everyone on
Alright.
is everyone on the turn order? Let me make sure. Oh no, we're not. We've got Trickabor, Harry, Skyden, Elroy. Oh fuck! I need to do Prune. Does anyone know Prune's character at all, or know what she's playing?
Not a single clue.
Some sort of fire.
Would anyone
Fire?
like? Would anyone like to?
Fire druid, I don't know.
Would anyone like to Jaeger her? She didn't roll great. I'm gonna give control to everyone, and just obviously don't look into her backstory stuff. But I don't think she has any backstory stuff. But I will leave control of her to you guys, and you guys can deliberate what you want to do with her on her turns, because I don't want to control her for it's gonna slow down the combat if it's just me playing with myself essentially.
Also, we have our own character, and we have our democratic character. Nice.
Basically, democratic character. She's developed multi personalities whilst waiting for this shit. Okay, so the first of them is going to take 2 shots at you, Harry. I'm guessing the 11 doesn't hit, but the 22? I mean, I hope 22 hits you, right? Harry? Harry? I've lost you.
Harry?
Oh, he said BRB 30 seconds.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Well, I imagine 22 has
He probably. Yeah.
I'll be very surprised if 20 doesn't hit him.
I mean, he might be able to do a shield, like pop off a shield or something, but other than that, it'll hit.
Is it me?
Yes. Does 22 hit you?
Just about.
So as you watch, as Harry steps forward, the first one looses an arrow, and immediately another one pulls up 2 arrows and goes. The first one goes a bit too high. Harry, you dive to the side. It goes whistling over your head, but the second one catches into the side of your thigh. Just wounding you, but not going super, super deep. You take 7 points of damage. The next one he's also... Oh, no, he might be able to get a shot on Elroy. Yes, he is. So he's going to run to here. He does a roll, and you can see that he's slightly older than the other ones. He's about in his 20s. He's got long hair that's almost glossy, and he's overly handsome. He does a dive roll, comes up, flicks his hair, and takes 2 shots at you, Elroy.
Okay. fancy boy. I'll actually do my shield just a sec. And then neither of those will hit.
Neither of them will hit. So both the arrows go through the air, and as they reach you, you pull your shield up, and both of the arrows go and go flinging off in either directions. The guy stares for a second at where his arrows were, and he goes, "What?" That's going to be the end of his turn. Triggermore, it's your turn.
All right. They haven't seen me yet. So let me just read up something really fast. What is the range on this thing? Why are there so many of them? Within 120 feet. Okay. I tried to reposition and kind of summon a cannon over here.
Okay.
A ballista this time, actually. As I will
get you a ballista.
a ballista this time. Alright. And I will attempt to... it has 120 range, so it's going to hit pretty much anything on this point. I am going to go hit the pretty boy who damaged Elroy.
So that would be this guy here.
Pretty much.
Okay, you dart across in the underneath the cover of the bushes, just nudging one, but still staying stealthy as you flick your hand. The magical energy coalescing and forming into the form of a ballista goes forms up. The already it's taunt with the pressure of holding back the bolt, and you're gonna fire.
Hey, fire at that guy.
Roll to hit, please.
Ballista. Oh, here it is.
The bolt goes shooting through the air, and he just does like a matrix backwards as it goes flying over his head, and he tosses back and he goes, "None can kill me with these pathetic shots."
Well, crap. Do at least have a little bit of cover behind the stump.
You have half cover behind the stump, yes. But they are now aware that you're there, and as they see you, the one behind the two large hound-like creatures goes, "There's more of them! It's an ambush! Alert the beast!" And he shouts backwards into the cavern. That is the end of your turn. It is the owl's turn.
Right.
So much for a diplomatic mission.
I don't think this was ever gonna be diplomatic. I was gonna do the help thingy on this character and just fly. Let's see, I was 45 to this place, so
Yeah.
she's gonna fly another 15 into the air, but stay on that place. Just a second.
Okay, so she's 15 feet up into the air, but she's
She's gonna fly over here and do the help action thingy, so next attack is on advantage, and now she's another 15 feet in the air.
I think so. For that to do the help action, you have to describe what it is she's doing to help, and it has to make sense. So if she's 15 feet in the air, how is she helping?
She's screeching at the guy, so just kind of distracting him, whatever an owl can do.
I'll allow that. No one's going to expect an owl in the middle of the day to. Yeah, I think, but I don't. But how long that will last? Just screeching. I'm going to say for this turn it will count as helping, but next turn he might get used to it. It's just the surprise of it happening now. You watch as the guy leading the group flicks his the belt at his waist, and both the chains on the hound-like creatures release, and he's going to go in Nathrai. He just goes, "Get them!" That is going to be the first one. Is going to go running straight for you, Harry, as you are the closest one there. Let me make sure they've got enough speed. Yeah, 50. Does 50 reach you? Yeah, more than enough to reach you. She's going to come running forwards, and she's going to make a dive at you. I need you to make a strength saving throw if that hits. Does that hit?
It does.
Okay, I need you to make so you succeed the strength saving throw. You are not knocked down, but now I need you to make a con saving throw. So as it jumps out and bites into you, into your arm, you feel a of poison injecting into you, but you manage to shake your wrist free and the poison does not take hold. You only take 8 points of damage. You don't take the 3 poison damage. You shake the dog off, and it goes. You see now the viper teeth are extended full out. That is going to be the tiger hand's turn. Elroy, it is your turn.
Okay, I'll go and attack the dog then. And with my booming blade, slap him a bit. Let me just find it.
12.
I
12
guess I
will
miss it.
not hit. You swing and it boom, explodes outwards, and the dog has just leapt to the side and it lets out a little whine, and then it turns back to you and it says, and the teeth
well.
coming out again.
I go like, better luck next time.
That is the end of Zaldun. It's your turn.
You guys don't seem to be doing so hot. Let me throw some shade on that. And I will move,
That is awful. Took me too long to get that.
That's
How
on you.
long did you waste to use that? I need to know.
You see-
On the spot.
Zaldun,
So-
Zaldun, whilst they're interrogating the other guys, shade on that. I'm going with that.
So Shade's going to rush out of the cover, run to this big rock. It looks like, and at the same time, to move in position, and he will swing with a giant ass greatsword.
Shade was Shade swinging with the great sword.
Yeah, I will swing through Shade because
Okay. So you watch as the shadow comes running out of the darkness of the trees as you jump out. This will be with advantage because you were at stealth when this happened. 21 hits anyway. 17 would have hit as well. That will hit as you go, and the magical blade of the Shade comes slicing through the air. Ooh, that will hurt. You watch as the blade whoosh across the tiger hound's chest. It lets out and pulls to the ground, blood spurting in all directions. It's sort of you've cut deep into its right side, and its blood is pouring onto the ground. And it sort of looks like it's not. It's not dead. It's alive, but it looks like it's not certain whether or not it wants to keep fighting.
I'm going to then use this and make another attack.
Right. That will hit, definitely. And with that, you watch as the Shade spins again, and the dog goes, and the sword just takes its head off completely. The tiger hound flops to the ground, dead.
That is how we do it back in Ipe. And that is my turn.
Harry, it's your turn.
Did you try to pronounce it?
I tried to pronounce it for a second. I was like, nah, I can't do it. Oh, is he gone?
Sorry about that. Sorry.
yeah.
All right. He's going to move up there. Bonus action is Shield of Faith on himself. And then he's going to say, right, who shot that bloody arrow? And I would like every creature within 30 feet, which is everyone except this guy.
1, 2, 3. Wisdom saving throw. 1,
Yep.
2, 3 wisdom saving throws.
DC is 13.
And 1 dog making a saving throw, which I hope it fails because that's initiative. Sorry, I hope it fails because I want the dog to live.
Oh.
So,
Okay then. Oh shit.
You run
Not
forward,
nice.
slam
Not
your
nice.
hammer into the ground, it's like, outwards, and as it hits all of them, one of the guy goes, "Stand firm!" And as the power reaches one of the guys on the hill, he goes, you see that he's much younger than the rest. He's only sort of like 14, 15, barely got the sort of a scruff on his chin, and as it hits him, he goes, "Ah, fuck this? And he drops his bow and he's going to start running across the cliff face.
Alright.
That's this one there.
Oh, he's actually.
Oh, no, that's the only one. There's this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I've been useless today. That's my turn.
This guy is going to see what you just did, and he's going to go, they have a magic cut, kill him! And he's going to shoot 2 shots at you, Harry. Oh my god, I am rolling so well!
1 hit.
19. Your AC is higher than 19.
It's 20 now. I've got Shield of Faith on.
Jesus Christ. You take 11 points of damage as the first arrow the first arrow shatters against your thing, but the second one finds a gap in your shield and slams into you again. You guys all notice that Harry is taking a bit of a pummeling now. Prune,
You
it
rolled
is.
like 4 net 1.
I am doing so fucking well today. This is
Like,
so
holy
unlike
damn.
me. My rolls are usually
should-
terrible.
Bro should just heal. Heal Harry. Whatever she has, just heal him.
Just get Prue to Harry and heal. Oh, she's quite far away.
She's got healing
Maybe
word.
She's
healing
got healing
word,
word.
yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Get her to. Do you want to move her forward, or do you want to just do a healing word from there?
That's good. She should probably stay out of the fight. Don't want her to die while she's not here.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay,
Oh,
so
actually, bad news, she doesn't have healing word. She only has cure wounds.
Ah,
oh fuck.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
it's
Okay,
fine.
let's actually wait. Can I actually see what she can actually do? Oh, well, that's a lot of text that I'm going to read later. Kidding. Oh damn.
How does she have? Oh, okay. I think you should just get her to move full speed to get to Harry, and then next turn heal him. But that would be. I don't know.
So we either
yeah.
sacrifice Prune or we sacrifice Harry.
Oh, she's there. Full turn.
Yeah, she's all the way in the back.
There are a lot of dudes.
It's probably better if she stays in the back and cast
just
some spell on
fireballs
them. I don't
or
even know what.
Okay. Is anyone want to control her, or shall I do it this turn? Let's do...
Maybe heat metal. That's a good spell if they have any metal.
Looking
On
over
them.
them now, they're wearing leather armor. The only metal seems to be the tips of their arrows.
Oh, okay, so never mind.
Um,
And I don't know about her class abilities, what those do. Maybe those are like the wildfire spirit, but yeah, I don't know how to use them.
I was trying to check her character sheet again, but
Wildfire Spirit. Where can you summon Wildfire Spirit? Creature within 10 feet of the spirit. Yeah, but where can it be summoned to?
so actually I can spend one. Each creature.
You guys think that over. I'm going to quickly run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. One sec.
She can throw produce flame. 30 feet.
Oh, the wildfire spirit looks like it's always there. In combat, the wildfire spirit shares your initiative, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. The only action it can take is the dodge. So basically, it's always there. The thing. She doesn't have to
it's
summon
basically
it.
a summon.
Yeah, it's always there. Like my power, sort of. Yeah.
Spirit appears in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you. Okay, we can work with that. So I had to look up because I can't access her character sheet at all.
Oh, the spirit and each willing creature of your choice within 5 feet of it teleport up to 15 feet. Yeah. Maybe the spirit can teleport you if it can get to you.
Shit, I need to go to the bathroom. Fast. Sorry.
Any decisions made on Prune?
Well, at least we figured out that the spirit is always there, so if you have a token for it, you can just put it somewhere next to her.
5, 10, 15,
It's like a
20,
permanent thing, from what I can see.
30. Oh, she only gets to move 25. She's going to cast. It has to be on.
Oh no, never mind. She has to use her. Now I found it. She has to use one of her wildfire, like a wild shape, but she does have to summon it. So I don't know. Maybe we can summon that. I don't even know.
Doesn't say how far it summons, but I'm going to allow it for this. Let's do. She's going to summon her wildfire spirit here. So everyone beside, they're going to make 2 dexterity saves. Both fail, so both are going to take the full 2d6 damage. 2d6 fire damage, yeah. Both take 11, but fucking hell.
It can appear within 30 feet of her.
Oh, right. Wow. Fuck, too late. Okay.
I'm back.
That is the end of Prude's turn. This is this guy's turn. He is going to. He's going to charge you, Harry. He's going to make 2 attacks with his. No, sorry, just 1 because it's only because his bow is special that he gets to take 2. 1 attack with his short kukri on you, and that will hit.
Yep.
9 points of damage. Are you down?
And down. Yeah.
So you watch as one of the guys draws a short kukri, comes running towards Harry and goes whoosh, and as it slashes across Harry's chest, Harry goes down, seemingly unconscious. I'll put because X means death, so I'll put that. I'll change that to
Okay.
square. Okay, that's the end of his turn. His Tiger Hound is going to charge. Let me see. Can he get to Zaldun? He can get to Zaldun. What the hell? Why is my sheet not working? There we go.
Alright.
The dog comes bounding towards you, Zaldun, and it jumps up in the air and bites onto your bracer, and you hear a snapping noise, and the dog wails in pain as both of its fangs get snapped off in its bite.
Down, dog. Down.
It's this guy's turn. He's going to start running. Because he is frightened. 30. It's this guy's turn. He is going to move to here, 5, 10, 15, and take 2 shots at Elroy. Do either of those hit?
Hello?
Hello? Do you hear?
My audio died. Yeah. Did you attack me or?
I did attack you, yes. 11 and 15. Either of those hit?
No.
So both the arrows just and bounce off your armor, not doing any damage. That is the end of his turn. Triggerbor, it is your turn.
Alright then.
You watch as Harry is just, the blade slices into his chest and he's down.
Let me just read something up.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Here goes nothing. I use my action. Wait, no, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Well, first of all, how long is this? 60. What is the range of this thing? 40. Alright then. I will first attempt to reposition myself. Over here.
Okay.
By the way, so I can get cover again.
Yeah, you're
By
still
the way,
behind cover.
one thing that I forgot to mention with you, is this thing. I already calculated. I already had this on my rifle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. I'll allow that.
Yeah. Okay, and first of all, I will shoot at him.
Okay.
And I'll command my ballista to also shoot at him.
Okay, roll me both attacks, please.
Well, hopefully it does something. Okay. Good shit.
Nope. So you come running forward, do a running dive behind the cover, pulling your rifle out, and as it rockets out, the guy ducks to the side, the bullet going whizzing over his head. Then another ballista bolt slams into the ground inches from his foot. He jumps back, but he's not been hit. He's quite startled, though. You guys are rolling bad this game. Fucking hell.
2021, baby. I mean, it's definitely my luck. Like, on the 2nd of January, a lightning hit the internet provider station that is like close to my house. So we were like without internet for like 2 days.
2020. It is the owl's turn.
Oh, the owl. Well, she doesn't know that she's useless, so she's gonna try her best and do her thing. She's gonna try screeching at this guy.
Okay, that I will. Ooh, I'm gonna roll wisdom to see if it does distract him, because he's kind of distracted with the fact that there's a whole bunch of arrows and bolts being shot at him. So I'm gonna see if he actually. Nope, I'm sorry, you do not get the help on him that turn, because he's able to focus.
Sad owl noises, and she's flying around.
The dog, you watch as the dog is going to try and bite you again, Zaldun, but it is not going to have the poison this turn, because it doesn't have any teeth. No.
That the dog did.
The dog, yeah, that's the dog trying to bite you, Zaldun.
Isn't the other dog like has the 4 initiative?
One of them's dead, but the other one got. Oh yeah, that's shit. That's the dead dog. Fuck. Sorry, my brain. Elroy, it's your turn. What's wrong with my brain today? Shit. That's
It's
not
cool, man.
right.
It's
Elroy,
Friday.
it's your turn.
Okay.
Elroy, you can see that there is one of the guys standing over the unconscious body of Harry, and he's holding his cookery up to finish the job.
Wait. Let me see if I can get it to him. But I can. Never mind. Then I'll try getting to him. And what do I even do to stabilize him?
So, there's a number of things you can do. First off, I'd like a strength check if you want to grab Harry and pull him behind you to try and get him in between him and the other guy. If you want to try and stabilize him, that would be a medicine check.
Right. I mean, they're both actions and whatever. I'll try the first one. So what do you say?
Give me a strength check. Yeah, it's quite an easy strength
so
check.
I just click on strength. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's not.
That strength save.
The strength save roll 5 plus.
Oh, even worse.
Well,
Even
no.
worse.
I'll take the first roll, which is a 5 plus 5, because the 5 is still 5 plus
they're
3,
both
so
bad.
5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna say with 8, you're able to drag him only 5 feet, not the full 10 feet behind you, but you're able to drag him. You grab him and you pull him to the side. He's a bit weightier than you thought. His coat catches beneath the guy, and you're able to drag him just to your side. The man in front of you is holding the blade, still bloody with Harry's blood, and he looks at you and goes, "That is my kill."
Okay, I can't do anything else, so that's it.
That's the end. Hey, your turn, Zaldun. It's your turn.
Is he even here?
Oh, he said that he has to go because of that.
Right.
Whatever he had,
I'll
I'm
run.
not sure.
I'll run Zaldun very quickly. Well, we might not be able to run for much longer if we're running out of
He can just attack the dog in front of him.
hemorrhaging people. Yeah. He's going. Let me see. I'm gonna make him. He's gonna attack the dog in front of him with his great sword. Fucking hell. What?
This is just cursed.
He's gonna action surge. And then he's going to attack again. There we
Okay.
go. That's more fucking like it. And he's 9 points of slashing damage. Oof. You watch as he just goes straight into the dog, and it cuts a deep groove into its chest. The dog is going to have to make a bravery check to see if it stays and fights. Harry, can you make a death save for me, please? Whisper it to me. So /WGM roll. Okay.
As you're dragging Harry away, he just kind of reaches out and grabs your arm. What? I'm not finished. Pulls himself back to his feet.
With that, you watch as Harry, with blood still pouring down his chest, is going to stand. With a natural 20, I'll let you have your action this turn. As you manage to haul yourself to your feet, blood just pouring from your mouth into your beard.
I'm gonna dump 14 points of lay on hands into myself.
The 20 when you need it.
Yeah, and he's gonna just walk up into this guy's ear and say, "What?
Yeah. It
That was your kill."
There's a natural fucking 20. You stand up, you press your hands into your chest, glowing lights surrounding you, the wound beginning to close. The man steps back and he goes, "What is this?
Nani?
Nani?" He starts going, yeah, he's less confident now. Oh, fuck.
This is straight up the JoJo scene right there.
This guy's going to take 2 shots. One against you, Harry, one against the dwarf. One against Elroy. Oh, Harry, that's going to hit.
Yep.
And Elroy, 11 doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
No, I'm on 18.
Okay. These guys are doing so well. I'm actually proud of these NPCs. Prue is going to use her action to... doesn't she have shillelagh? No, she doesn't. She's going to run up behind it. You see her draw a thin saber from her side, which she's going to try and hack at the dog with. Advantage because she's behind it, and yeah, she'll hit anyway. And as you're there, she just dives into into the dog behind her. Her sword scything through the air and slits the tiger hound's throat. It lets out a whimper and falls down dead. He is going to draw. Oh, he's gonna have to make a bravery save to see if he stays and fights or tries to run away. As you rise up, pressing your hands, you're healing, and an arrow just sinks into your chest. You're barely paying attention. He's going to stand there with his kukri, and he's going to sort of stand for a moment and goes, "God save me!" And he's going to drop his kukri and start trying to run. You do have an attack. Oh, no, he's going to use his disengage action. 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to run full pelt to there. That dog is dead. That guy is running. He's going to use 5, 10, 15. Yeah, he's running. He's going to run off the map. The good hair guy is going to see Prue and you, Tregobor, and he's going to take 2 shots. One against Tregobor, one against Prue.
Alright. Ouch. Should I? Should I not? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm going to use the shield spell to block out the second shot at least.
Okay, no, the second one is against Prue. So the first one is against you.
First one,
Yeah.
the 20 hits.
Alright, so with that, so you will take 6 points of damage as this arrow sinks into your side.
Alright.
And it is your turn to return fire if you want.
That's so. Well done. I move my ballista closer to me. I think I can move it for like 15 feet.
Yep.
Wait, question. For the Eldritch Counts, can I move and shoot with the same bonus action?
Tag me the spell.
Sure. It's a bit of a read.
Determine its appearance. Quick cannon.
If, as part of the same bonus action, you can direct the cannon to walk or climb up to 15 feet.
Or shoot. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, you can move and shoot.
Perfect. Well, I pulled the trigger on both of my thingies.
Right,
Let's
go
see here.
roll for me. That will hit.
Actually,
They've only got 13 because they're
Wow.
wearing leather armor. Oh, sorry, 14, but 14 hits because it hits on the... Oh, what?
I actually
Wait, are
managed
you
to
rolling
roll
a...
a 1.
What? On a D12,
Triple
roll
one.
1.
Triple one.
The other one is just bonuses.
And roll the
Yeah,
ballista.
I mean, but it's
and roll,
cool.
ballista, roll ballista to hit.
You know what, the ballista, come on. Finally.
Yeah.
Hey!
Okay. With that, so your rifle shot goes, and he jumps the side, and you just see it clip the side of his face. Blood starts pouring down his cheek, and he goes, "Nobody makes me bleed my own blood." And as he says this, the ballista bolt goes whoosh into his chest and takes him off his feet, throws him onto the ground. And he lies there looking down at the ballista bolt, and his chest goes, throws up onto the ballista bolt, goes, and falls still.
You were saying?
And with that, all oh no, there's still one. There's still one left. He's gonna make his bravery check. Elroy, it's your turn. Oh, it's the owl's turn, then Elroy's turn.
Right. He's too far, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I can get to him. I don't know. I'm just gonna run up here and say, "Hey, wanna give yourself over, or
Give me a-
die?"
Yeah, not exactly intimidation.
A suggestion.
Persuasion.
Yeah. I did mean it like that. I don't want to intimidate.
I'll give you another go. Do you want to try?
Maybe we can talk here. You know, man.
Yeah, give me persuasion then. Give me persuasion. You're trying to just say like, listen, we killed all your friends. Maybe best to calm down.
Never mind.
He looks at you and he goes, "Your kind will never understand, dwarf." And he raises his bow to draw again, shoot again. Zaldun.
Okay, I'll just do one more step here. And then...
Is Zaldun still gone? Just make sure. Oh, yes,
Yeah,
he
I
is.
think so.
Zaldun is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. Does he have any throwing stuff? Does he have any distance stuff? You know what? He's going to throw a hand axe. He's got 0 dexterity, but I can't. No, 40 feet, can't manage it.
I think you can throw a hand axe 40 feet. I think it's disadvantaged now.
It's disadvantage with a 0, so he's just going to roll a straight d20 with disadvantage. Because he's got a 0 dexterity. No. So he pulls out a hand axe, flips it in the air, and throws it, and hits the stone. There's a clanging noise, and it reverberates. And from deep inside the cavern, you guys hear a sort of a booming voice that goes, "Lads, what's going on out there?" Harry, it's your turn.
Alright, Harry's going to 20 feet up to the base of the cliff, and then presumably it's what, half movement speed to climb
It's
up?
half movement speed. It's not that steep. It's quite sort of like gradual.
Alright, well he's going to have to dash to get in position then, but he's going to dash up to there.
Perfect. So you scamper up, jumping from thing to thing, your hammer still in your hand, barely using a hand to grab. It's going to be his turn. As you reach him, Harry, he's going to see you getting behind him, and he's going to sort of sidestep to the side here and then round to this side, and he is going to draw his kukri, and I'm going to make a bravery check for him.
It's me, or is our demon kind of cutting off?
Oh, can you hear me?
Cutting out a little bit.
Cutting
Yeah.
a little bit. Let me.
Are you
fiddle.
on push to talk or are you on voice activation?
I'm on voice activation, but I'm going to
Yeah, that'll be it.
Let me turn off the bullshit stuff. Wait.
Might be that you're just going out of the reception of the microphone.
It could be. I've got. This is the first time I've got 2 laptops running at the same time, so I can record.
Never mind though.
So we'll give it a go. Right, where were we? He's going to. Let me see. So he's going to make a bravery check to see if he stays and fights or if he runs away. Oh, did I just roll? I did. Okay. You come running up towards him, Harry, and he's going to draw his kukri. And as you get closer, he's going to go, if I stand down, she will let me live? And he's not going to attack you this turn. Prue is going to... Does she have any range stuff? What do you think? Is Prue merciless enough to fire at running away men?
I mean, she incinerated like a bunch of bandits back in the town.
Yeah, she's
I would
definitely...
say she can do it, and then we never talk about it again.
She's gonna move her thingy and to there, and they're gonna have to make... The guy's gonna have to make another dexterity saving throw, which he succeeds, and he's gonna take half damage on the 2d6s that happen. 5, which is still enough. Oh no, it's not enough to kill him. He's still alive. So you watch as he just screams in pain as flames envelop him, but he dives to the side, comes up, half his hair is on fire. He has to tap it out, and he goes, "You will not kill me!" And he starts running as fast as he can, but he's he might make it. He might. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and yeah, he's going to make it off. And with that, he is going to disappear out of sight. He's dead, and Triggerbore, it is your turn. There's still one guy who looks like he's standing opposite Harry. He's got his kukri drawn and is looking a bit nervous. And there's another one who is currently disappearing into the distance, running as fast as he can.
I stand down.
Okay. Triggerbore, you lower your rifle.
Yeah, lower my rifle. I can see that Harry has this thing going for him, even though he was like laying on the ground a couple of seconds ago.
Okay, Romy, it's your turn. The owl's turn, sorry.
Never mind, she's just gonna fly there and be funny. She's gonna make an owl joke about owls.
I don't give a hoot. No, sorry. I apologize.
Why did the owl cross the street? I don't even know. Let me see.
Elroy. So at this point, combat is going to end. I'm going to say that this guy gets away because he's far enough away that no one's going to be able to get him at that point. The only person left standing is the completely unharmed person standing opposite you, Harry, on the edge of this sort of cliff. Not really cliff, it's more like a gradual hillside point lowering over to the cave. He's still got his kukri out. He's looked down, you can see the people beneath, and he's pointing his kukri at you. He goes, "If I stand down, I live." Yes?
Exactly.
Toss your weapons over the edge, and I won't harm you.
What guarantee do I have that when I toss my weapon, I don't get killed?
Absolutely none.
You're a tiger hand, aren't you? You work for the jackal. They are merciless.
I work for myself.
The guy pauses for a moment, looks down, and flicks his kukri. It spins and lands in the dust. And he raises his hand and he goes, "That blade was given to me by my grandfather. It is better to live, though, than have an old weapon."
What's in the cave?
He is... he will kill me if I say.
Keep
Yeah,
having the
we
same
heard that already.
conversation today.
Yeah, deja vu. Maybe we should just take this guy back, save those dudes' lives, and continue with our quest and let them deal with whatever is in the cave.
As you hear that, you hear a
this.
shout from inside, go, "Boys! Something happening out there. I'm becoming impatient." And he goes, "He's a creature of tusk and fur. I have not seen his like before. He's, I don't know how to say. He used to be my friend, and now he is something different. Do you understand?"
No, but it doesn't matter. I think we're gonna have to deal with this guy. You?
"Your weapons, they cannot hurt him." Nothing can hurt him. It will bounce off.
I say we just bring the little guy back and leave this problem for the soldiers. We don't have to deal with this, to be honest. We proved the innocence of those guys. I guess that was our initiative here, and
Alright,
that's enough.
fair enough. And I'm gonna cure wounds myself as well, just to be on the safe side.
What do you mean? Bring me back. Bring me back to where?
Oh, just gag him already. Just gag him already.
I thought you said you would let me go.
I said I wouldn't hurt you.
No, we said we wouldn't kill you. That's different from letting you go, you know. Shit happens.
Start dragging him down the hill.
You just grab him by the arm and start dragging him. As you start dragging him down the hill, he lets out a shout of just, Boros, they are taking me. Boros, they have found you. Run.
I ran over and put my mouth over his mouth. Put my hand over his mouth. Put my hand over his mouth.
Alright, just starts making out.
Make a persuasion check.
Make a persuasion check, yeah, exactly.
Watching noises commencing.
Everything's fine, Boris.
Okay, as you drag him down, you put your hand over his mouth, and you cut off his shouts, but from deep within the cave you hear
Yeah, let's just leg it out of here, to be honest.
Yes, I think there's something coming.
I don't want to deal with that. I'm not in the mood to deal with that, to be honest.
Okay,
it's not
are you guys running for it?
I think so, with prisoner
Okay.
in tow.
You're gonna get to about this distance, I'll say, with him in tow, by the time it emerges. You turn to see the figure of a man coming out of the cave, much larger than a man, though. He's about 7 foot, almost 8 foot tall, covered in fur. And as he steps from the darkness, he's wearing the remnant scraps of what would be a Nathrite local clothes, but he's long past the point of human. 2 thick ivory tusks extend out from his lower lip, and his face has sort of grown long and twisted to resemble the shape of a boar, but with still of the human characteristics left there. The wereboar stands in the entrance as he regards you for a moment, goes, "Put my boy down. Let's talk this out."
Well, I'll be damned.
Wow. A polite airborne. I wasn't expecting that.
Aren't you an ugly son of a bitch?
Look who's talking. Look who's talking.
More surprised that the Boarman has more communication skills than the rest of the bandit group.
You attack my boys.
Yeah, we tried talking with them, and no, we actually tried talking with them. They attacked us.
He looks over the bodies.
Yeah.
He looks over the bodies around. He goes, "You killed my fucking dogs."
I mean,
Like they're giving us much of a choice.
they started it.
Started it. You fucking came here. Nobody asked you to come. You barged into my clearing. You killed my boys. You asked for it.
Well, guys, I suppose diplomatic mission is over again. We should really,
Yes, though.
we should really work.
Are
on
you
that.
hurt? Yeah.
Gonna stand
Are you
behind.
hurt a lot? Can we go on fighting?
Let go, my boy. We'll discuss things after you let him go. You alright, Calcus? And the boys are...
I'm gonna stand behind Calcus and put the kukri to his neck.
Oh,
I think we're going to leave here.
I don't like that. Don't you do that. Take your bloody knife away from his neck, or I'll open yours. We're all civil, right? We can have a civil conversation without bloody bare blades.
You tell me. You guys started it.
We didn't bloody start it, you turned up!
To have a civil conversation with which we were met with bare blades.
Civil conversation? Civil fucking conversation, my hairy backside! Tell you what. You unhand him, we'll talk. If not, I'll kill every one of you myself. How's that sound?
Why would I trust you?
You don't know. Just have to trust the fact that I'm talking to you, not killing you currently.
Well, I mean, he is the first one that's actually talking.
Your dwarf's got a good idea. Listen, none of you, and he looks over, and it's a good thing he can't see Triggerboard at the moment. He goes, none of you are company men. I like that. Maybe you can see what I can see. Company's fucked up these islands. Ruined them all. I embrace this adaptation of nature to ensure that what we aim to do is successful. You understand my linguistics?
I
Yeah, I
understand
get it.
that unless we bring back the cause of the slaughter down south, that's going to cost the lives of 2 innocent Nathrai.
And one innocent idiot, but still innocent.
You talk about that squad of soldiers I killed.
Yeah.
Sorry. That sounds tough. Didn't think people would be dying for me, but it's a
They
lot.
are kids.
It's a terrible shame. But you know what they say about eggs and omelettes, don't you?
Exactly. So let's just back up. You keep the cookery on his
Unhand my boy.
face.
Why? You want to make an omelette?
The boar steps forward and he goes, You unhand my boy. Right this instant, I don't care about your civilians. I'm thinking about the bigger picture here. Maybe you should do the same.
Not much of a rebellion if you're ignoring civilians. So
I'm doing
see
it
ya,
for
mate.
the civilians.
Yeah, exactly. I can see
The company
civilians are really getting something out of you.
are
They're dead.
leaving. Why are you doing this?
They're not all leaving. And we're not gonna stop this until every single one of them are dead. This is our chance. Centuries of injustice done to our people. And you're just gonna help them. Listen, I'll ask one more time. Let my boy go. Take one of the bodies. Take one of the dog's bodies for all I care. Say it was a great big monster attack. They'll believe you. They just need one person to take the fall. 3 lives anyway isn't much compared to a whole rebellion, a whole population.
You know what?
And how,
I look at the other. I look at the rest of my party and be like, "Listen, we bring back a rebel. Those kids might as well be dead. They'll be associated with the same with them."
I mean, technically we could do what he's saying, but what's to stop him from attacking us when we unhand his little kid?
Nothing.
Exactly. So
but if you
let's
don't,
just back off.
if you don't, I'll gather my boys
and will come for you. And there won't be nowhere you can rest, you can hide, that I won't find you. And I will. And my tusks will rend each and every one of you.
Big talk from a pig in a cave.
Yeah. Isn't it? Don't you want to find out if it's right? They call me Chalanar Great Skull. When I was a man, I killed 200 of your like. I'll kill way more as a boar.
How come such a warrior as itself became like such a beast? Kind of having quite a bit of secret here.
I told you. Sometimes in war we have to make sacrifices. I made a sacrifice of my pretty face to guarantee that people like him,
and he gestures to the boy that you're holding, he goes,
get to live a proper life. Get to earn this island they live on.
I pointed at one of the corpses. What's proper about that?
That's your handiwork, not mine. My handiwork's the corpses down there, the corpses dressed in company uniform. They're my handiwork.
See.
Your handiwork is gonna be 3 dead kids too. Nice handiwork.
he looks over to Calcus and he goes,
They're gonna take you, boy. They're gonna take you and you're gonna die. I'm sorry. But I promise you by Etal, Karlgrath, and Lorgren that I will find them and I will revenge you.
and then the wereboar stands straight, cracks his back and goes,
We've done our talking. Fuck off.
and turns to walk back into the cave.
I'm gonna start walking backwards carefully, still keeping an eye for Calcrit's throat.
Okay. Calcus sort of, his eyes have gone wide as the boar has said this, and he just sort of struggles for a minute, but the braid presses against his neck, and he goes, as he starts dragging him away. And with that, are you guys leaving?
I think so.
Slowly but surely.
With that,
I mean, yeah, we're gonna make enemies here anyways, so whatever.
okay. You tentatively manage to walk your way back from the cave. Still in the darkness, you can just make out the shape of him. And his threat rings true in your mind. He will hunt you, he will find you, and he will make you pay for this. You drag away Calcus, who has given up all hope now, as you bring him back down the pathway that you came before. Eventually his struggling falling to nothing as you drag him back to the encampment where the soldiers were. As you get there, you find that... Oh, 1 second. I need to grab something.
Hey, Zaldun.
Yep, sorry about that.
There we go. Okay. As you drag him the whole way back, you find now that the company men have put all of the 3 people in chains. It is now like late dusk, and the sun is going down beyond the horizon at this point. The commander has got each of the individual of each of the 3 people in chains, and they are beginning to walk them back towards in the other direction, away from the city. The company commander sees you and goes, "Ah, you are back.
Yeah.
Is this the murderer?"
Yes, one of them, the rest are dead, and one of them escaped. Actually, 2 of them escaped. And they also had some sort of a big boar type. What was his name? I don't know. He had a name.
A boar?
He was probably a boar, a boar person. I
And
don't
where
know
is
how you
this
call those
Werbo?
people.
Where is this Werbo?
Follow the tracks north. When you get to the river, they become stronger.
It's
Yeah,
still
he was
alive?
with he was with one of them that escaped. Yeah, we
It's-
didn't kill all of them.
Wait. How many did you kill? How many are still alive?
Oh, we killed 5 or 6 of them, and 3 of them ran away, and we captured this guy. So the kids are definitely innocent. You have one of the culprits right there. So do with him what you want. We have our own business.
I must make a show of this.
Listen,
We will.
I have a proposition.
Yes.
Let the kids go, and this one too. They will return to the boar. And we might have pissed it off, but we might actually leave it in a bit of a good fate.
I will. I cannot let someone go who has admitted to murdering. Your prisoner, does he admit to the crime he has committed?
Well, technically, only the boar guy admitted. The others didn't talk much.
No, I'm talking about this prisoner here. This one you hold. Is he admitting his crime? You, boy.
I don't know. Ask him.
Did you kill these people? And Calcus has got the hand over his mouth still.
We
Yeah,
ungag
we
him.
remove it.
Okay, you take your hand away from his mouth. Calcus goes, "Death to the company!" And the hand goes back over his mouth again. He goes, "Well, that is as good as any. 2 deaths should be more than enough. You want these 2 free then?" And he points to the 2 kids.
I see nothing to implicate them in this.
Very well. I thank you for your aid in this matter. Free those 2. And he watches they step forward and release the other 2. He goes, "This last one, thou keep him. He has admitted to the crime. He must also die. You will come with us."
Well-
He looks to the rest. He goes, "You will come with us to see the execution, yes?"
We have elsewhere to be.
Where are you going?
Yeah. On business
you-
completely unrelated to the rebellion or the company or anything here. So
That
Tell
is
me.
very specific.
Was he sergeant, captain? I can't remember what he was.
Captain.
Have you ever heard of the village of Shekosh?
Shershuk?
Shekosh.
Sherkush? No, he's
Well, that's
No.
where we're going.
Is it? Where is it?
Vaguely north and east, I believe.
Well, if you want to go any further into the mountains, you have to pass through the village of Lashman, which is where we are going now.
And yes, we can travel the same way, I suppose.
Very well.
well,
sorry, he's a
we're
loot-
going
he's-
in the same way. Yeah.
He's a lieutenant, sorry. Very well.
Oh, lieutenant.
Very well, then. It would be wonderful to have you. And it is very rare to find people who are still loyal to the company these days.
Well,
Just doing our part.
Good
I
to
mean,
hear.
there were obviously innocent people there, so why not? Why not help them? Even though they're very ungrateful, but whatever.
As this is happening, the chains are being released from the 2 younger people's wrists, and they look with panicking eyes to the man who's still chained, and he just says, "In Nathrai." So, whoever else speaks Nathrai, I think it's just Harry, actually. He goes, he says to the other 2, he goes,
You have missed out on an honorable and glorious death. You make me sick.
and the 2 younger ones take a step back, and he goes,
Father would be disappointed in you.
when they step back, and like that, they stand to the side as your group begins to march back towards the village of Lashman. You pass him and make the motion in his face, and he just, as you sort of do that, he just sort of looks at you and raises an eyebrow and goes, "My death will echo for 1,000 years. Yours will last but a moment."
That's quite presumptuous.
Whatever, your death is pointless. You're as innocent as your brother and sister, but you're just being dumb. Whatever, mate. Your choice, not ours.
What would you know of choice? You who've grown up with nothing but everything handed to you.
Quit your whining. If you were strong, you are weak. Therefore, you have no choice. It is the strong who get to make that choice.
He looks at you, Zaldun, and there's a thin trace of a smile, and he goes, "I have all the choice in the world." And as that happens, one of the rifles is jabbed into his side, and he's set to start walking towards the village. You guys are not walking too far before the village grows into sight. It is dark by the time you arrive. The company men have to light a couple of lanterns and pass them down the row to even get sort of a semblance of light as you guys move on. But you find yourselves at kind of a little coastal village that just is right on the edge of a river. Sorry, not a coastal, just end of a river leading up towards the mountainsides. There are a number of company men already here, company soldiers, and as the lieutenant comes up, he starts talking with them, and at once they begin setting up a platform, which, even though it is beginning to fall to night, you see that there is conversation passing between the locals, each of them looking to new arrivals, whispering, running between the houses as people begin to emerge out of their houses, carrying torches and lanterns to watch as the two prisoners are dragged through. Haroon is just sitting there with that smug half smile on his face. Calcus is a whimpering wreck. He has already soiled his trousers and is muttering half prayers, half panicked moans. They bring them up to the top of the platform, and by this point, a crowd has started to gather. The company commander steps towards you guys all, and you see that he's got a strange sort of wooden mug in his hand. And behind him, there's another lower company private soldier with a plate, silver plate with several more wooden mugs on them, which he brings over to you guys. He goes, "Well, a happy ending for all. Would you like some tea?"
Well, yes, that would
You
be.
got any ale?
Well, we have some wine. I think maybe if you were to look in the village tavern, there would be some ale, but I think all we have currently is wine and tea. I could get, Lucas, could you get us some wine, please? Maybe some ale. Run for it.
Could I also take you up on some tea?
Of course. And he passes you, and it's a very fragrant sort of herbal tea that gets pressed into your hand. You're like,
Oh yes, the drink of gentlemen.
the company commander takes a deep sip and goes, "Ah, I am thankful that you turned up. I do not like to see innocent people die, but this is justice." And as he says that, you watch as Calcus is taken forward and kicked by the knee, so he falls onto the ground, onto his knees, sorry, on the platform. He stands there looking out across the crowd as a company soldier with not a company soldier, an odd-looking man steps up beside him. He's wearing leather armor. You can't see his face because there is a dark leather hood that is just covering his face, casting shadows over his face. He's a kukri over his shoulder and a long rifle in his hands. He steps beside Calcus and presses the muzzle of it to his head. And Calcus goes, "The revolution will never..." And the shot echoes outwards as Calcus drops to the ground, the plume of smoke echoing out. The man takes up the rifle, passes it to an aide who passes him another rifle. He cocks that one as Haroom is brought forwards. Haroom drops to his knees, and as he drops to his knees, the man lowers the gun to his head. Haroom looks up and he meets your eyes, all of your gaze, and he goes,
Nothing that never lives can ever die.
The trigger is pulled, and something else happens. There's a click, and silence. And that's where we're going to end everything for tonight.
All right.
Cliff.
Cool,
The
cool,
cliff.
The cliffhanger, man.
Cliff.
Yeah.
It clicks, and that's when you stab him, and he dies.
Feeling of, he might have made the biggest mistake that we could in that entire situation that we had.
I won't lie, I felt useless for the entire session. My rolls were.
I have to. Your rolls were. No, I don't think it was that your rolls were awful. I think it was that my rolls were amazing this session. I've never had this good rolls. Holy fuck.
Oh man.
Jesus.
I mean, it sucks. It sucks that we got an enemy, but it was either, make an enemy of the revolutionaries or of the company. So whatever. we would have had an enemy either way.
I mean, more like it's just like he's gonna get his buddies and he'll find us. But now we're in a goddamn city where the execution is going on, and I'm like thinking, is this going to become a raid?
I mean, we're technically with the company, but we also saved this guy, so we're not totally anti-rebellion.
Yeah. I mean, we were
We could've just
motivated
let
by
those guys
those
die.
innocent.
We could have just been like, fuck you, bye-bye, we don't care.
Well, we shall see, I guess.
So there's no Prue and no Zaldian for a while, but well. We managed.
We managed.
Yeah. We managed.
My bad.
No, that's alright. No, it's not like a
30 minutes.
problem. It's just yeah.
Oh, by the way, Zeldin, should I just call you? I'm just gonna call you Zeldin. I'm gonna call you my own name. It's like, this is only for this Friday, or is this going to be like,
Oh no, that was just for this Friday, for a thing. It's not every Friday.
Oh, does anyone want to catch Zeldun up quickly on everything he missed?
I'm pretty sure I got the, there was a fight, and then I remember saying, bring out the beast, and now I'm assuming that the boars that came out, and I got from the conversation that you killed like 3, 4, 5 of them, and then 3 of them got away.
Yeah.
I
we
think that
killed,
was
I think-
like 2 dogs and 1 dude. 2 of them escaped. And
Yeah, we
one
killed
of
2
them we
wolves
cracked
and
out.
2 guys, I think. Or 3 guys.
No, only
something
1
like
guy.
that.
No, you only
One
killed
guy.
You only
Oh, one
killed
guy.
1 guy. 2 guys ran because one of the
Oh, okay.
fear spell, 1 because he was on such low health.
It was the
Yeah.
most fantastic thing that we ever did since we started this campaign. Alright. The werewolf appeared from the, from the cave, and we talked to him. It was politeness from both sides, more or less.
Politeness? I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Weird boars.
Yeah, a very nice guy. I would love to have a beer with him one day.
Wait. It was a wereboar. It was a wereboar.
Yes.
I wonder
Yeah.
if he could possibly get also bitten by a werebear, and then he'll be man bear pig.
That would be very interesting.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna make that canon now.
Oh man.
I love how in lore werebears are lawful good, which is fucking.
Why? Because bears.
I guess-
But the logic is bears are nicer than wolves, which makes no sense to me whatsoever.
The
'Cause
logic is that they're opposites of werewolves. It's
Yeah, but-
werewolves are cat. That's the reasoning. It's still stupid, but
but wolves are like less violent than bears as a whole. Like in nature, wolves don't really kill humans as much as bears kill humans.
I mean, we're talking about nature, and then we're talking about werewolves.
Yeah,
a
that's
little bit
true.
of
That's also
To
true.
be fair, in fiction, bears are usually nice. When I think of bears, I think of like
Trinket.
Winnie the Pooh, Yogi Bear, what
Yeah.
else?
Damn it.
Smokey the Bear, like very friendly bears. When I think of wolves,
That's true. I guess so.
You know, like we need poo. You know, more maybe like brother bears. Damn.